All right, we are over at Ahakea in Ho'opili today to show you all about the 3-bedroom. So if you missed the 2-bedroom video, I want you to click on my channel, go back and watch that first. But today's really exciting because there's not one 3-bedroom floor plan, there's actually 3 3-bedroom floor plans to choose from. And so the model is obviously just one of those examples, but you're gonna get to see what it looks like to have that extra bedroom downstairs, the bonus space, how the kitchen layout's a little bit different. So let's kind of dive into the Ho'opili area as a general. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I love this neighborhood. I own 2 homes here myself and just a really big advocate for this whole new development. And so Ho'opili as a whole is located on the west side of Oahu, and we're right between Ewa Beach and Kapolei, right in that kind of awkward area by UH West Oahu, but there's so much development coming here that as you drive in, you can just see the potential. So as you exit that exit coming into this area, you're gonna pass the Farrington Highway side and take in, what is that, a left, right where the rail station goes over the road. And instead of turning again at the intersection where you go down to the pool, you're gonna keep going straight, and then you're gonna find this neighborhood down on the right. So we're really convenient getting on and off the freeway, really close access to the rail stations, and you've just got everything within 10 minutes that you're gonna need. So Target, Costco, Safeway, all of it, Kamakana Ali'i Mall is all within 5 minutes. And I think that's a big draw to this community here. So what do you need to know specifically about Ho'opili if you're not familiar? Well, there's a lot of amenities. So there's some other areas on the island where, yeah, you get a pool, maybe a tennis court, and that's about it. But in Ho'opili, you get so much more. We actually have about 4 or 5 playgrounds at this point. We have a new pickleball court, a basketball court. What else did they just open? A new fitness park. So they have all the little workout stations with swings and stuff. They have a dog park, a toddler park. We've got the pickleball court, and we've got so much more, including a whole urban garden that is slated to come next year in 2026, which is a really big deal. So if you want to do more than what your little garden box provides you, you can dive into the bigger garden area. And then as this development continues to build out too, I've really seen the uptick in events that they're hosting from the HOA. So just for example, this week they have their fall festival for Halloween where everyone's invited. You get a free pumpkin from Aloon Farms. It's really fun. We've got farmers markets now going on the regular. We have an urban garden fair coming up as well, so you can learn how to garden from the experts and just learn that plant knowledge. So just really fun stuff that you're not going to get in other areas. So specifically, let's dive into, again, the 3-bedroom floor plan. What does that get you? How much is it going to cost? When you can move in? And all those details. On the 3-bed, you're obviously getting a little bit more square footage than you would on the 2-bedroom. So we're talking 915 square feet up to 997 square feet. But I will say one big thing to drive home on these is they have been so creative on the layout and packing in as much space as they absolutely can on these. So you're gonna notice hidden storage here and there. There's built-ins everywhere that you can fit them. There's extra storage under the stairway. All those kinds of amenities are really creative as they've built these out. One thing to notice on these that's different than the other ones is this is a completely standalone single family home, but kind of in a condo townhouse style, but it is completely detached. So you've got PV hookup. If you want to put solar on the roof, you absolutely can. If you've got an electric vehicle, they've got EV hookup, and this includes your solar water heater. So there's 3 energy efficient savings right there available to you if you choose to use them. Another thing to mention is we've got customization available. So in most of their other developments, there hasn't really been room for you to upgrade things before construction's finished, but on these, they're actually offering a way for you to upgrade the blinds to like a faux wood blind, or you can even have a ceiling package, or ceiling fan package, excuse me, upgraded so that you can move in ready. Whereas before, we know it just comes with the electric box. You got to pick your own and install it at your own time. Another question I get a lot on this is, what is the HOA fee, Marina? Because that is kind of like our Achilles heel when it comes to Hawaii. How much is it going to cost on top of my maintenance fee? And with this, I am very proud to say they are charging on average between $60 to $68 a month on these. So let's just call it $65. That's $65. That's crazy. It's so low. And then on top of that, you have your greater community HOA, which is $82 a month. So add that up together, we're right under $150 a month HOA in total. Like that's it. So again, you compare that to what you could buy with a condo that's more of a high-rise style, more of our typical townhouse, etc. Over there, we're talking $500 up to $1,000 a month on average HOA. And here you're paying $150 and getting access to all of those amenities that I mentioned. So game changer when it comes to HOA every single month, and you're bang for your buck. So I love that for this neighborhood. The next thing to know, when can you move in, right? So right now they're releasing actively, and I'm gonna anticipate a monthly release, if not a 3 to 2 week one. Like they just had one last week and they had one the week before. So we just had 2 consecutive weeks. Out of those, there's only 4 left remaining, which are first come, first serve. So if you like it, you got to get it now because it's going to go fast. And so if you're talking, November release, then you're probably going to be moving in January. If we're talking December release, you're probably moving in February. So they're chunking these things out rapid fire because they have such a tried and true system that we've seen over the last 10 years here. And so you'll notice behind us, there's active construction. If you look at the plot map of all the neighborhood area, we have 91 total homes. Right now, there are about 10 have sold. So we're just on the beginning phases. And they typically don't get cheaper from here either. So recognize you are getting bottom dollar when you get in the beginning. Last thing I want to note is what is the financing options? So we know that D.R. Horton has an in-house lender called DHI Mortgage. And so if you're curious about what that could look like for VA homes, they're offering a 5.5% interest rate so long as you close by December 31st. And then for conventional, they're offering a 5.5%. So again, below market rates, great way to really save as much as you can every single month. So if that's you and you want more information and you're like, Marina, I love the sound, I love what it looks like, I want to see it myself, I need to know that you exist. I cannot help you unless I know who you are. But I would love to be able to set up a time for you to tour these, share my neighborhood expertise and being able to help so many families move into this neighborhood personally, and just really get you the facts so that you guys can move with confidence into your new home. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next Friday with another one. Bye.